Aloha, friends and neighbors. This is Raleigh Frost, an astrologer on the Kona coast. The sun's going through the last 10 degrees of Libra, and where you're sitting at, it's squaring Pluto. Eek, a bug! Panicky. Mars is still here in square to Venus, and an interesting sideline to that, the last few shows I've been talking about keep your daughter home, because Venus is going to get hurt by Mars. You remember that? Well, just an interesting sideline is that down in Australia and New Zealand, they have a lot of strawberries. Strawberries are Venus. And what has happened is some needles were found in strawberries. Venus got hurt by Mars's needles, sharp things. Venus is strawberries, sweet things. So nobody's buying strawberries. The strawberry market is going down, and it's hurting all the strawberry farmers. Venus got hurt. It's just not girls. Venus things got hurt by a sharp dagger-like Mars thing. Needles in strawberries. Keep your daughter home. Who would think it's the same thing? But it is. We still got Saturn trine Uranus. We got some good news coming out about some kinds of things. But let's run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern and see what pops up. Give you a little finer timing on how your days go. Now, this is the generic charts, not your chart. This is if you're out in public amongst a lot of people, you'll see all this stuff happening. But it's a generic chart, okay? So here we have, if you're on Thursday night, by golly, the moon is going by Jupiter. There it is right there. The crescent of people over the cross of matter. So this is the afternoon and early evening of the 11th of October. And there should be some truth and wisdom comes out. Yes, I'd expect it. On Friday, the moon goes into Sagittarius, and is good for the full moon. And the moon in Sagittarius makes a nice sextile to Mars early in the evening, and there's a lot of work could be fixed and get done, and you better do it quick, because here's the full moon, here's the moon squaring Neptune, and it gets confusing. And if the workmen drink too much, it's going to be a short job on Friday night, huh? So get the work done and try to finish it early so you can go drink beer with Kavanaugh and his boys. Moon's still in Sagittarius on Saturday, and it has a nice sextile to the sun in the morning. So we've got something here that can help you get things done and make plans. And it's not bad at all. Good to make some good plans Saturday while the moon's in Sag. It's still in Sagittarius on Sunday morning, but only till you get to about breakfast, and everything changes. Now you remember we had a full moon squaring Saturn, which gives you a whole month of depression and feeling old and slowing down and getting broke, and like I'm doing. And this is a depressive atmosphere since that full moon. And so that's what you're going to see here Sunday morning, is the moon's going to go by Saturn. With the full moon squaring it, the politicians and managers are up to no good. And a lot of them could have a fall, could take a fall. Of course, Saturn is judges, and I don't think Judge Kavanaugh is going to survive the full moon squaring Saturn. Yeah. So it's depressive. You want to go carefully, get organized carefully on Sunday, the 14th of October. You're in the zone of the full moon squaring Saturn, and SHIT can happen. On Monday, the moon's still in Capricorn. and you're probably feeling pretty slowed down after Sunday, after that full moon square Saturn. Oh boy, once a week you get this. On Monday, you're still in kind of a crisis zone. Moon in Capricorn, and here's Pluto. Now that last new moon squared Pluto, and that's tough on the sharks and the police, and it's a panicky thing. Your reptile brain goes off. Eek, a bug, flight or fight. So this is a panicky, a depressive CEOs, managers, guys in suits and ties going down Sunday. And on Monday night, now this is late, this is like 10, 11 o'clock, almost midnight, the moon goes by Pluto, squaring the sun. But most of all, here's policemen and guns and panicky stuff. And it's having a lunacy. The new moon squared it. And so this is not the time to go play around with police. And the policeman, Mr. Policeman, you got to be really careful about what you do here. Tuesday, the moon's still in Capricorn, and you'll be feeling both the Sunday depression and the Monday night burn. And but you'll get out of it. Here after breakfast, here's the moon making a nice sextile to Jupiter. Truth and wisdom comes out. We feel a little better. There's a little happiness here. It lasts until late Tuesday night when the moon squares Uranus and electronics go bad. And you're near the south node. We need help. So technical problems aren't so good here, and not good for science and astrology. Eek! Think about your poor astrologer. Think about a donation. Wednesday morning, the moon goes in to Aquarius. All the vibes change. It's not too much fun because the moon squares Venus, about lunchtime here, and there's not a lot of sugar around and fun, but it is a little different. But here's the strawberries. Thinking about strawberries, nobody's going to buy them here on Wednesday. And here's Mars. The Wednesday night you get increasingly irritated as the moon goes by Mars. That'll be Wednesday night. Not a good time to go play with sports or hot things or sharp things, huh? No. Those vibes kind of continue through Thursday morning. And Thursday night, late, this is like midnight, the moon trines the sun. And how about our plans? We can get some plans done. Well, here just a couple of hours earlier, 9, 10 o'clock, the moon squares Jupiter, and everything you tend to do is too big, too much, overexpansion. Makes it hard to make a plan later on Thursday night. Friday morning, the moon's still in Aquarius, and it shifts into Pisces here about lunchtime. You'll feel it. You'll be more adaptable, more inspired. There's a nice sextile to Uranus. Oh, science works. Yes, astrology is real. And then here's a nice sextile to Saturn. And that's in the afternoon. And that's a time to do practical things with science and common sense. And you get rewarded because here's Venus, a trine to Venus, late in the afternoon. This could be dinner time. So if you did your due diligence on science and you're practical about it, the better part of Friday, you'll get rewards around dinner time. Be with pretty people and have some sweets. You deserve it. On Saturday, the moon's still in Pisces, and you're coming up on Neptune. Now, Neptune can be very confusing, but he's kind of inspired still because of the sextile to Pluto. And the moon goes by Neptune in the middle of the day Saturday. So it's a good time for thinking about the ocean, reading some Jesus. You've got to read the New Testament and realize that Jesus was trained in astrology. He was a rebel. Yes. Republicans and Democrats, Pharisees and Sadducees did not like him. He didn't like business. He would not have voted for Trump. And you'll realize that about noontime Saturday when you think about the real Jesus. Saturday night, here's a nice trine to Mercury. We're talking, we're walking, we're thinking well. Late Saturday night, this is about 10, 11 o'clock, almost midnight, there's a sextile to Pluto. Decisive discovery happens. So you got inspiration in the middle of the day, good communication, and decisive exploration at the end of Saturday. Not a bad day, I would say. Sunday, the moon's still in Pisces. Whatever you learn Saturday, hope you retain it. And in the afternoon, early afternoon, the moon trines Jupiter. Truth and wisdom comes out. Pisces is a beautiful sign, you know. Here's a little bit of warning ahead of time. On Monday, we got the same condition we had on Sunday. There's that full moon square Saturn. So Monday's depressed. Leave early if you're going to work. Things are going to slow down. Yeah. And let's see, if this is Monday. Tuesday, we're going to have panicky stuff. Here we're talking about the 23rd, when the moon hits that new moon point squaring Pluto. So I marked them out here for you so you could see them kind of graphically. Because this covers a whole period. Just, you know, it just doesn't happen once. There's an orb, we call it. So most of Sunday is going to be depressed. And most of Monday night and Tuesday morning is going to be panicky. Same thing happens down here, the Monday morning, the 22nd. And anyway, not an easy time. That's clear. Needles in strawberries, good heavens. There's a new full moon coming up. And after you get over your panickiness here on the 23rd, on September 24th, we have a new moon, and it's at 1 degree of Taurus. Takes all the burn off Saturn, the depression goes away. But this is a full moon on Uranus. So we're going to have shakiness. We're going to have quakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, labor strikes. It all starts October 24th. And it goes for a full month because that's what full moons do. They start off and they give you a little lunacy here over this business. And then they continue for a month. So if you're going to donate to your astrologer, try to do it before the full moon on October 24th, or things will go awry. Don't know what yet. Uranus does very unexpected things.